Jules of Type 1's podcast, episode 17, Brandon A. Denson. You've heard Brandon on the Diabetics Doing Things podcast before. He's an awesome, inspirational story. Diagnosed with type 1 diabetes right before his senior year of high school. Went on to become a college football player at Michigan State University, and then playing in professional football as well as a man with type 1 diabetes. His tool, never give up. Brandon's a super inspirational guy. I would encourage you guys, if you're listening to this audio, to check out the video because Brandon went above and beyond with this episode and really attacked the format on the video and just made some funny costumes and some amazing answers. So, without further ado, I'm going to tee up Brandon A. Denson, his tool, never give up.
Well, hello. My name is Brandon A. Denson, B-A-D. Don't forget the A. I am from Ypsilanti, Michigan. I've been living with T1D for 14 years, and I would say my expertise in T1D has been my volunteer commitment to JDRF. I had an opportunity to do a podcast for Rob a few years ago, so that's how I know Rob. And I would say I'm connected with the T1D community through social media and community engagement events, anything that's JDRF related, and also just meeting people at different conferences, ADA, Friends for Life, all these different great conferences to meet so many different people living with T1D.
That was easy.
What is your tool of type 1s? And what's the one thing that a person living with T1D could learn from you or your experience?
T1D doesn't define who you are or what you're capable of doing. Never give up, never quit, never stop.
That was easy.
What is the simplest thing you've done that has helped you with the management of your type 1 diabetes? Where did you learn it, or who showed it to you?
I think the simplest thing for me that's been speaking to people that have diabetes is being able to hear their things, issues, and situations that they're going through, and being able to talk to them about mine, learning their tips and tricks and giving them some of my tips and tricks. I think that's a fair assessment.
That was easy.
What failures or apparent failures with T1D have made you better at living the rest of your life, or made you more well-rounded as a person?
I honestly don't believe that I've had any failures living with diabetes because there is no perfect day or perfect night or just perfect whatever you want to call it, because there's always ups and downs. There's always, well, I can do this or I can do that, and then this and that turns into a big old crazy mess. But I have been able to learn each and every day things that work and things that don't work, or things that I'll do differently. And I don't look at them as failures or losses. I look at them as lessons learned.
That was easy.
What unusual or absurd opinion or approach regarding your diabetes do you have?
Man, this is get this a whole lot, and it cracks me up to the core. You don't look like you have diabetes. What? What do you mean I don't look? What does it look like? Can you show me what it looks like, please? Because I'm confused. I don't know. What does diabetes look like? You have diabetes? Last time I checked, I did. But unless you know something I don't, yeah. I don't know what it looks like, but it just cracks me up to the core.
That was easy.
In the last 5 years, what new adjustment to your lifestyle has improved your life with diabetes the most?
Well, hey there. How you doing? I think in the last 5 years, there's been a lot of different new medical technology that's been able to help me dealing with my diabetes. Dexcom G4, Dexcom G4 Platinum, Dexcom G5, Dexcom G5, Dexcom G6, Medtronic 723, and the 670G by Medtronic. Oh, 136, pretty good.
What challenges related to T1D did you encounter or have to overcome while you were doing your thing?
When I think about the challenges that I've had to face or try to overcome with dealing with diabetes, and I think I speak for everyone in general living with T1D, but I think of athletes specifically like myself and Rob. I think playing sports in high school and in college and then professionally, I think we always run into those challenges of trying to have that perfect blood sugar or have that right balance, whether it's eating meals or kind of having being able to peak at the right time. And I think sometimes that can be like a huge challenge. And then I think you get thrown a curveball. I know for myself, I dealt with the rise of my adrenaline, making my blood sugar rise before competition. And there's like really nothing I could do about it other than either bolus for it or continue to wear my insulin pump during competition and gameplay. So I think that's a huge challenge that was kind of hard to overcome, because with the adrenaline making my blood sugar go up, I had no control over it. Even though I could be calm as ever, I just had no control. So sometimes that posed a huge challenge for myself, and I'm sure a lot of other athletes as well.
That was easy.
What bad advice regarding diabetes do you see or hear that you'd like to address?
I think some bad advice that I hear a lot is, oh, you have type 1 diabetes, you can't eat that. And it's like, okay, I have type 1 diabetes, so I can't eat a Cinnabon. If I want to eat a Cinnabon, I'm going to eat a Cinnabon. I think that's a huge misconception that I hear a lot. You know, I think moderation is meant for everybody, whether you have T1D or you don't have T1D. But if I'm going to eat a freaking Cinnabon, I'm going to eat a freaking Cinnabon. And I'm probably going to take like 10 units for eating a Cinnabon. It's not good for me to eat a Cinnabon every day, but it's not good for anyone to eat a Cinnabon every day. But I think long as you bolus for whatever you're eating and you take the necessary steps to make sure you're proactively doing things so your blood sugar won't rise, I think you'll be fine, you know. Because I love Cinnabons.
That was easy.
What priority are you focusing on in your own life currently? This can be diabetes related or not.
My main priority that I'm focused on right now is pursuing my passion with passion and purpose, helping others, everyone, motivational speaking, and creating any and every type of art form with related to creativity or fun or fulfilling or happiness or whatever it is deep down that I'm feeling, just getting truth out and spreading the word of positivity in regards to life and living.
That was easy.
Who is someone that you look up to, and what have they taught you? How do you apply that to your life?
I think somebody that I look up to is myself. And I don't mean that in a cocky or arrogant way. I mean that with full intent of I've been able to learn a lot from myself throughout the course of my life living so far, and I've been able to grow. And I think that if you aren't learning from yourself, which is one of the most valuable people in your life is yourself, I think that you get sidetracked with everybody else's opinions and things that really don't matter. I think long as you can see self-growth in yourself, which I've been able to see, and I'm continuing to grow, I think on that path, I'll continue to get better as a person. And as I get better as a person, I'm bettering people around me. And I think that's the most powerful thing about being able to learn from yourself and continue on the journey to push ahead. As you better yourself, you better those around you naturally.
That was easy.
What are you most hopeful for? This can be diabetes related or not.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way, but I'm very hopeful for a cure of type 1 diabetes. I'm hopeful because not only me, myself, but millions and millions of others that deal with type 1 diabetes on a day-to-day basis won't have to go through the things that we go through every single day. And I know it'll be a huge burden lifted off of our shoulders.
That was easy.
What advice would you give someone who has T1D and is trying to pursue a career in your line of work?
Honestly, it doesn't matter what type of line of work you're in. The work I'm in, I work for JDRF, I'm an outreach manager. Whatever you're doing, you just got to go full tilt at whatever it is. People may say this, people may say that, but you just got to do what feels right for you and what you're passionate about. You just got to go hard. It's not about pleasing anybody else. It's about making sure you're doing your job to your best abilities, and then what happens from there happens. You know, as long as you're putting 110% in, that's all that matters. I just want to, throw my shout outs out there. Shout out to everybody living with type 1 diabetes, including myself, millions of others, infants, kids, teenagers, adults, everybody going through the struggle. You're not in it alone. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. You're not in it alone. Hey, if you want to catch me on Instagram, B__Denson. That's D as in dog, ENSON. Or you can catch me on Facebook, Brandon A. Denson, BAD. BAD. Yeah, my initials is bad. That's not bad. But no, we live with this disease, but it doesn't define who we are or what we're capable of doing. Always remember that. Peace, love, and happiness.
What's the one facet or trait that you think makes you uniquely you? Explain why.
I think the trait that makes me unique is my outlook on life. I always want to spread positivity in any way that I can. On any negative situation, I always want to try to make it a positive situation. I don't know if that comes from living with type 1 diabetes and understanding that things will get better, or coming from situations that I've been faced with, but I always try to match positivity against negativity, and I'll rather be looked at as the odd one for trying to match positivity with negativity than matching negativity with negativity, because I believe that positivity is contagious, and I think it only takes one smile to light up the room and to spread, and I think as we move forward in life, we want to continue to spread positive messages, positive vibes to each and every person, because you never know what someone's going through, what they're facing, and I think positivity brings the best out of everybody. And I think when you're faced with negativity, you either begin to crumble or don't know what to do, and all it takes is that one person, that one smile to make you go on and have a great day. So always remember that positivity is the key to life and your outlook. Your outlook. I'm out. Look.
Thank you for listening to the Tools of Type 1's podcast on diabetics doing things. I'm Rob Howe, and every Tuesday and Thursday in 2019, we are posting the next Tools of Type 1 episode. So you follow us on Instagram, hashtag Tools of Type 1s, or just on Diabetics Doing Things. We will post these regularly every Tuesday, every Thursday. My favorite Type 1s are answering the questions I want to know the answers to. And hopefully you'll learn a few things as well. If you like this episode, be sure to review us on iTunes. And if you didn't like it, go ahead and let me know that too. I want to know. All the feedback is good to me. Thanks again for your time. I value that more than anything you could possibly give me. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.